We learned something in our agency this week, that we had a listing that was suspended, and we were trying to get it through, and we were talking to Google. We're kind of like doing our harass Google strategy, and they told us that we needed to adjust our service area because our service area included things that were more than 2 hours away. So I'd never heard that before. I didn't know that was a thing. As they said, adjust that to be less than 2 hours. So we adjusted it, and then it went live. So when you guys are setting this up and you're like getting that maybe something you want to consider is to keep it less than 2 hours, which is like, what does that mean? That's such a subject. At what time? Like 2 hours, like if you're in New York City, then maybe it takes like 2 hours to go 4 miles at certain, I don't know, but take that for what it's worth. They said 2 hours. So that's some kind of internal like gauge that they're using on some level, right? So after all these conversations that we've had about suspensions, I've never heard that. And that appears to be something that they're looking at. Another thing is it appears that Google is starting to almost phase out the cite command. So like we were looking at, we thought we were having a lot of issues with index pages because they weren't showing up when we use the cite command. So just to be clear on what I'm talking about, I will share my screen and let me choose the right one here. Okay. All right. So let's say, I'm going to find, hopefully there's a Bob's Roofing Company out there. I think there is. All right. So this is Bob's Roofing Company here, right? So typically what we used to do is we would go through here and we would put site right here, and we would get a list of the index pages. So you can see that there's 52 results here. But if you would go through and you click, it says 52, but it's almost always wrong. When I go here and I go on 3, it's actually 25 results. Okay, so apparently from what we're understanding within our agency, Google is phasing this out because this is inconsistent. So the way that we found it to be more successful is using the Search Console, right? So if you guys haven't set up Search Console on your site, then it will give you a list of your pages. It can tell you if there's like errors and problems. We're actually, as a part of updates that we're going to be starting soon, we're going to be integrating the Google Search Console and Google Analytics directly into Lead Generated. So we'll have that information in there for you. But just like a heads up, something that we've been struggling with is getting pages indexed, and we weren't actually having indexing issues is what it felt like, what it seems like now. But what the site command is just not seem to be working. And then we've read articles about how Google plans to phase this out because they've had issues with inconsistency, or they don't like it, or maybe they just want to push people towards Search Console for whatever reason. So couple just like tidbits I wanted to share with you guys.